Hi, in this video, let us discuss about method overriding. So now see this class person, it has few instance variables name, age and gender. And it has a method public void display details. This method is used to print name, age and gender of a person. Okay. So now we have a class employee. This class extends person. So employee is a subclass and person is a superclass. Employee class is having ID designation instance variables. Okay, this class is also has a display details method. So public void display details. This method print the employee ID and employee designation. Okay, so now let us create one more class. Uh, Let us create a class called customer. Okay, so this customer class actually extends person class. So now let us include some instance variables to the customer. So let us create a customer class. So this class extends person class. Extends person, and we include few instance variable to this customer class like uh, int id, then customer, when the customer purchases more items from a shop, the customer gets reward points. So let us have one more instance variable called reward points. Okay, so now let us introduce a method to display these values. So let us also have a method public void display details. Okay, so this method print the customer ID and reward points. Dot println. So this will print customer ID. Okay, this will print customer customer ID, and we have another system.out.println for printing the reward points, customer reward points. Okay, so now let us create a class called override demo, which is used to create objects of these classes and run the code. Okay, let us introduce a class override demo. So now inside the main method, okay, so we also need to include a parameterized constructor in the customer class. So in order to do that, Let us right click this and select source, then generate constructors from superclass. Let us click this one, and it has this person, string, integer, and string. Okay, so let us click OK to this. So now we have this parameterized constructor included in our code. So this code takes name, age, gender. Also we require int id, int reward points. Okay, and super will call the constructor of the super class, which is the person class. Now we have to assign values to the instance variables of this class. Okay, so now we are done with this. Now let us go to the override demo. Let us create objects of these classes. So let us first create a person. Let us create a employee class now. Employee class object. Okay. So employee equal to new employee, and we need to pass the values. So we need to pass values, name, age, gender. Done. Age is 25. Gender as male. Then we need to pass the ID 101 and designation as developer. Okay. So now the employee object would be created. Now we can call the employee. Now we can call the display details method. So let us call display details method. Okay. Now you notice that this display details method actually is belonging to both the superclass. The superclass person is having display details method, and in the subclass employee class also the display details method is available. Okay, so when we call this display details method, so let us see which display details method is invoked. So let us see that now. So let us run this code and see the output. See, if you notice the output, employee ID 101 designation developer is printed. It looks like that. We also have one more sysout to have a proof that which display details method is printed. So for that, let us have system.out.println and print inside display details method employee class. Okay, so this will also be printed when this method is called. And we will have this same printout inside the person class. Okay, so inside person class we can display like inside display details method person class. So when we call this method display details method using the employee object reference, let us see which method is invoked. See, inside display details method employee class is printed and the employee ID designation are printed. Now let us create the customer object, customer C equal to new customer. Let us pass the values like customer name as Kumar, age as 25, gender as male, and the customer ID as 201, and reward points as 10. 100 we can have. Okay. So now we have created the customer object. Now let us call the display details method. Okay, display details method here again. So, and let us run this code and see the output now. So see here also. So we have. I think we need to include the printout system.out.println inside the customer version of the display details method also. So in order to understand which method is invoked, let us have this system.out.println inside display details method customer class. Okay. So now let us run this code again. See this time. See, if you notice at the last inside display details method customer class customer ID 201 customer reward point 100 is printed. So it looks like that when we call the when we have both superclass and subclass has the same method. In this case, when we invoke a method, then only the subclass version of that method will be executed. The superclass method is hidden in this case because the person class version of display details method is hidden here. Only the subclass version. When we invoke display details method using the employee object reference, the employee class display detail method is invoked. When we use the customer object to call the display details method, only the customer class display details method version is invoked. Okay, so this is called overriding. This is called method overriding. Okay, so method overriding is about when we have both base class and subclass has the same method, that is method name is same, data type signature is same, type signatures are same, but the implementation is different. And when we invoke that method using the subclass object reference, only the subclass method version will be invoked. The superclass method will be hidden. Okay, this is called method overriding. So method overriding is useful, and the advantage is we can implement runtime polymorphism using method overriding. So using method overriding, we can implement the concept of runtime polymorphism, which we can see it in our next video.